We had to start it vertical. It wouldn't start the countdown horizontal.
Trick the.
I think. We'll pull this up so that way we know we're actually live. Guys, it's the Fighters Replay. We're back. We just watched Izzy lose, sadly, and that was tragic to say the least. But yeah, we're gonna do like kind of a card review, see what's going on, and yeah. All right. Okay, so you can see it?
Yeah.
Okay, word. Word. I just wanted to make sure we're actually live. So boom, let's pull up the card. We're gonna talk about the bottom of the card and then we're gonna get to Izzy. Or should we just talk about Izzy first?
Yeah, we should start with Izzy, man.
Alright, let's talk about it. Round two finish. Imavov. I will say round one looked good. It was a good round. Izzy looked pretty good, I would say. I would say he looked pretty alright. Round two, Imavov just came out, landed one good shot, fumbled him, and landed another just super devastating punch that really kind of ended it all. And the ref gave him a chance to, but Imavov was just on it. Once he got his chance, he's so deadly. So, good for Imavov, but it sucks to see Izzy in that position.
Yeah.
Such a great champion, and, it's sad. But, we move forward. This is the future. It's good for these, different guys to be coming in here and evolving the sport and, continuing to shake heads,
Yeah, continues to give these guys the opportunity to make a name for themselves, to give themselves to get these names on their resume. And, can't forget what Izzy has done for us. We can't forget what Izzy has done for the sport,
Absolutely.
Damn, that shit was heartbreaking to see.
Absolutely.
And round two, who does that shit to Izzy, man? That's really
seriously.
impressive, regardless, to say the least.
Absolutely.
Sad, man. Damn.
So crazy. I can imagine, though, that this definitely shoots Imavov up in the rankings. Definitely gives him a good chance to come back to, possibly a title contention fight. But it's going to be good. I'm excited for the movement that's happening in the middleweight division. But let's talk about the co-main event, and then we'll walk ourselves back up to the co-main.
Co-main, Shara Putin Magomedov versus Michael Venom Page. And, dude, honestly, I think this fight just went just about how some people would expect this fight to go. It was really technical chess match. It was really fun to watch. Michael Venom Page is just a step ahead at all times. He was faster. He was in and out.
He was so slick. He couldn't...
Fighting on every single feint that he threw. He just had Magomed in a state of confusion.
Yeah, for real. I mean, he just kept him guessing. Even towards the end, he threw kind of like a weird, almost like kind of an attempt at a takedown. He just kind of grabbed him weird. He was constantly, he was changing levels. He was giving him different looks.
He really just was, and he was really spot on with just being able to
dysregulate his pace. He was able to
really
off
disrupt every single
yeah.
thing that Michael Venom. He was able to disrupt everything that Magomed was trying to get. He was killing all momentum. He was just leaving it up to no chance, and he was in, out. Magomed had a really tough time being able to reach him too. I think this really proved that maybe Magomed is not ready for that upper tier level yet.
Absolutely.
But he's definitely still a work in progress. That's really fun. Whenever we do see him scrap. But good win for Michael Venom Page, getting back in the win column, in a weight class higher up. That's got to be a real confidence booster going
against
back
an
down the
undefeated guy as well. He
exactly.
took away his 0, you know.
An undefeated Russian dude.
But I will say that I do believe that, you know, Shara can come back from this. I believe he's young. How old is this? How old is this dude? Hold on, y'all.
30 years old.
Yeah, he has plenty of time.
Too bad.
He has plenty of time to, like, you know, learn from his mistakes. You know, like learn from the holes that was, you know, in this in this one. But it was. I believe it would be a good loss for him. I believe it will be a good loss for him.
You know, it's a good
opponent to lose to.
It's a good loss. But one thing that I can say is that I don't think that maybe not always. It's always it's a good thing to win, but it's also really important to know in the fashion of which way that you win. And I feel like Sergey won tonight, but in a sense, I feel like his performance wasn't exactly what would be expected of him. I feel like a lot of people were really expecting the Sergey to be able to run through this dude, and you know, maybe we gotta remember that he's what was his last fight that he's coming off of? Losing to Tom? Or no, he's coming off of 2 losses in a row. He lost to Tom Aspinall, and then he lost to Volkov. Yeah. Now imagine you're coming off a fight where you got knocked out, and then you're coming off a fight where you kind of got outclassed.
Yeah, you could kind of tell that his confidence wasn't as high as what we have all seen it to be. That was not the same man tonight that we saw in Orlando that TKO'd Tuivasa and have him fumbling all over the cage. I believe that both of these fighters had good moments. I believe also that Sergey could have capitalized on a lot of moments, and
I feel like he definitely could have took a lot more chances.
Yeah,
but you know,
he definitely was a little bit more hesitant, but nonetheless,
we'll give him
he's got a win.
Yeah.
Underneath his belt, you know, he's back in the win column. He's, you know, getting better in a sense, you know. So
yeah,
really, what's next for him is,
you know, only another fight that he's gonna have to take to prove himself. And really, you can criticize his performance, but at the end of the day, it's better that you win in a comfortable fashion where you don't take damage rather than, you know, to throw yourself into danger at all times like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, it's easier said than done, especially when you're talking about heavyweights, when one hit can change every single fight. You know, maybe they might play it a little bit more safe if you can. If you have the skill to be able to do, which he proved that he can do, you know.
The one before that, though, was a bantamweight fight. This was a really... I was really excited for this matchup. It was very technical. Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. Dude,
really fun fight.
This was a really fun fight, yeah. Both fighters just showed so much skill. Vinicius was, of course, able to capitalize and, you know, get the win. It was a good, solid win, too. I mean...
yeah,
just the damage, the ground and pound, the striking, the takedowns, like it was just such a beautiful fight.
But honestly, it was really, really impressive round 1 from Said Nurmagomedov. He landed some really like nice stuff that was able to push Oliveira off balance. I think he landed a spinning back kick. Did that land on his face or did that just push him back? Regardless to say.
No, yes, no.
There was like 2. Regardless, he landed a lot on Oliveira, and he kept up that energy with him, and he was like really creative in his striking. Really.
Oliveira landed a spinning back kick to Said up against the cage, and then Said turned around and did the head kick to Vinicius, but he I'm talking
about round 1 though.
Oh,
because I'm pretty sure the judges said Said won round 1.
Ignore me. This is what I should have.
Sorry.
Continue.
But after round 1, Vinicius Oliveira turned the pressure up just a bit higher than Said Nurmagomedov was able to really handle. and he really just started taking over the fight. He had to make it gritty, he had to make it dirty, and that's when he fights at his best. And
he was able to control the pace at the end of the day.
He was able to land some nice takedowns on him too.
Seriously, definitely a great fight. Before this was the lightweight Farziam versus Mike Davis. This was not the same Mike Davis that we're used to seeing. There was little moments of him, and I believe it was still a great fight.
Yeah.
It was still a great fight, but Ziam just got the best of this one. I fear. He also he did win the fight, but
we do gotta remember that Mike Davis is coming off for being inactive for a very long time, and he is coming off an injury. Now, with that being said, Faris Ziam looked phenomenal tonight. A lot of people were saying, I remember a lot of people saying that maybe they were overrating that win he had against Matt Favola, where he had that knockout of the year contender knee to the face. Dude, tonight, Ziam looked on point. He looked like his jab was, everything he threw was accurate. Everything he threw was paced. He looked phenomenal tonight. I think this was the best version of Ziam we have seen. I think his next fight, it's definitely going to be a step up, and it's going to be really exciting to see where he goes from this point in the lightweight division.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this definitely got him at least really close to getting a ranked fight. And being with bringing his name up in the rankings, but
for sure,
overall, great fight for both fighters. They both had to face adversity in the fight. I believe both will grow a lot from the fight. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. Always, the lightweight division is one of the most exciting divisions. They're all exciting, but the lightweight division especially, it has just such powerful and strong and technical, skillful fighters that, it's always interesting to see the flux of who's coming and who's going. But that was the main card. The prelims, we could just review the prelims, I guess. Do you want to start from the bottom?
Maybe we can mention the finishes.
Yeah, true.
So we're gonna talk about some of the highlights of the prelims that we saw. So we're gonna talk about Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. Lucas Alexander was looking nice. He was striking, was on point. But man, Bogdan Grad, he just started turning up that pressure. Started utilizing that takedown. He was able to he was able to start utilizing his wrestling and put him in a position where he was able to put the fight away with ground and pound. And dude, it was really impressive. He had to bite down, make it gritty, make it dirty, and use his full ability as a mixed martial artist, and he got the job done, man. Honestly, it's very impressive.
It was, you just really saw his heart pour out in that second round. He started really putting it on. Got into just such a dominant position on top of him, just landed some just nasty ground and pound. And, that was all she wrote. And it was a great win for him. Great win for him.
The next one we're going to talk about is Terrence McKinney versus Demir. This one, very impressive from Terrence McKinney.
Yes, this was great.
This is what
round one finish, just beautiful. Textbook.
Definitely what we should have expected out of Terrence McKinney. This was a really good fight for him to be able to bounce back with, and it's good to see our boy get some momentum back on his career.
Absolutely.
We can't wait for the next one. Didn't take too much damage, so we'll be expecting to see our boy in there again soon. Whenever he's able, whenever he's ready, he's gonna dominate.
Absolutely, that was a great win. He was doing great on the feet, and then just on the ground did great and just ended it beautifully. Like you said, great comeback to come back from. Shamil Gaziev getting a round one KO was not on my 2025 bingo card.
It was not.
It was, but bro got it. He did it in a crazy fashion.
The blob Shamil Ghazi won, man. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, it was a pretty impressive KO. So, you know.
Yeah, we need Shamil Ghazi versus John Jones next. Fuck John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. We need Tom Aspinall versus Shamil Ghazi. This is the fight that needs to happen. Stop ducking.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Also, cool thing to mention, the first women's fight in the UFC in Saudi Arabia. So that's cool to see the girls get some recognition. And it was a solid fight, too. Showed a lot of skill between both the fighters. Some crazy exchanges.
A lot of grappling exchanges.
A lot of reversals. It was pretty crazy.
It was a fun fight.
Very fun. So happy to see them get, a little bit of spotlight there. And look forward to more of it.
Overall, it's really fucking awesome.
That was basically it.
Really awesome card.
Yeah, it was a great card. It was a great card.
Well, I wouldn't say great. I would say that this card, I wouldn't say it delivered the way I thought it was going to deliver, but for what it did, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
Boy, that fucking main event delivered. And boy, it had us all feeling some type of way. Regardless how you felt about this card and how it delivered or how it performed, that main event fucking delivered. And it delivered quick. Fuck, man. Damn. Yeah.
Tough to see. All right.
But
that's basically it.
Next up, man, one thing I wanted to actually bring up is that, later tonight, we had David Morrell versus David Benavidez. I'm so fucking excited for that. We're going to be watching that card, man. It's got some great fights on there. We got the return of Stephen Fulton. That's going to be very exciting. We got the return of fucking Isaac Pitbull Cruz. We got fucking David Benavidez and David Morrell at 175.
Now, the whole card is beautiful.
We know that the whole card is beautiful. Now, but we know that David versus David is going to be at 175. But we know that both of their original weight classes are at 168, which is the weight class that Canelo was in. A lot of people want David Benavidez to fight Canelo. Canelo hasn't exactly, that fight hasn't really gotten on track. But, however, this is the fight for both of them to be able to prove themselves. A lot of people say that David Morrell is the guy to bring David Benavidez down. Yeah. It's definitely going to be a nice clash of style. It's Cuba versus a Mexican-American. It's really
both guys are just tough as hell. The whole card is just killer versus killer versus killer versus killer. It's crazy. And we got our boy Carmel Moten. The big deal. Undercard, bro. Hell yeah, good for him. Really getting on a big, good card like this, that's great for him. 7-0 soon tonight. Excited for the kid. The guy he's facing, though, is no joke. So just excited to see him put on and do his thing.
Yeah, it's gonna
but
be
all
really
of the fights
exciting.
are going to be so exciting.
But, not only that, we still got one more fight that's on a Sunday. If you're still waiting for some combat sports, we still have one more day. We have Clarissa Shields moving up to heavyweight to win the heavyweight title, and they bout against Danielle Perkins. Now, we know these two girls are friends. However, Clarissa Shields is a killer. I doubt that she's going to hold back on no one. Danielle, she is more of a natural heavyweight. So, this is going to be a really interesting way to learn how Clarissa's going to be able to deal when she doesn't have that height advantage.
Yeah, when she
doesn't have that reach advantage.
Yeah.
She's definitely I would say that Clarissa might be the stronger person in this bout. However, Danielle Perkins been, she's undefeated for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. And it really comes down to experience as well, Of course, Clarissa Shields, I will say the GWOAT, she's really come out and, done her thing, and she's proved herself time and time again, so for her to move up and I feel like they're gonna really put on a great show, especially considering she just got a movie put out about her, a documentary, hit theaters. It's not common that a lot of women get great movie opportunities, documentaries about them and their careers. So I'm excited to see, the future of women's boxing. This is only going to inspire the future generations. So good for her to like just kind of put that on blast, put that perspective out there, especially on like a mainstream, platform. But yeah.
One more that I'm gonna say for all my UFC hardcores out there, and I mean you have to be a hardcore to know about who this guy is, who I'm talking about. Now, if you're a fan of The Ultimate Fighter, if you remember Austin Lane, let me bang, bro. You know who I'm talking about? Bro, just let me bang, man. He tonight is gonna be main eventing his first main event in bare knuckle. I can't remember the name of his opponent, but shout out to our boy for getting that opportunity. It's really nice to see these former UFC fighters, be able to get these opportunities in these other promotions and really be able to dominate.
Absolutely.
It's always awesome to see it's always awesome to see these athletes getting their money.
Absolutely, chasing that bread and just getting after it. Still doing stuff that they love.
Yeah, exactly. We saw fucking Ben Rothwell, the BKFC heavyweight champ.
Yes.
That one
was
shot
crazy.
knockout blow. Dude, that was nasty. He fucking laid Mick Terrell out. He laid him out. Something that's really fun. I saw a tweet. I saw that Lorenzo Hunt called him out, and I think that shit would be a really exciting fight.
That would be an exciting fight.
Mick Terrell did fight Lorenzo Hunt. However, in that fight, Lorenzo Hunt fell down and broke his arm. I don't know if I would call that a real fight.
Yeah.
However, I think this would be a much more dangerous opponent for him.
Absolutely.
Much more dangerous.
Absolutely. I believe he could definitely capitalize on Lorenzo Hunt, and I don't think Lorenzo Hunt could do his normal barrel his head and move forward type style with that type of fighter.
Bare knuckle is such a crazy sport, and it's really hard to be able to I can't imagine how hard it would be to maintain success in that sport. Shout out Ferreira, but fucking Sterling. Was it Rawlings who lost, or was it Sterling?
Pause. Pause, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a bare knuckle casual.
We're trying, guys. We're trying. Yeah, Rawlings won, Starling lost.
Yeah, man. Starling was looking lost out there, and it was kind of sad to watch. She was just getting tagged. She was walking forward.
Yeah,
Dude.
She was just at the end of her fist, her range was completely out. But she was tough nonetheless. Took it.
Great
was able
to
respond as well. But not to the extent that Rawlings did. So that was a really cool fight. Good solid scrap.
In the main event, we had the underdog and the man that everybody was praying on his downfall.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Jeremy Stephens get the win over Eddie Alvarez, and damn. I thought Eddie Alvarez was going to win. I had picked him. I thought he looked phenomenal in this fight with Chad Mendes, but damn, dude. Jeremy Stephens is just fucking, I guess, bro, dude was just made for bare knuckle, man. Dude's undefeated in the bare knuckle cage now, and damn, we got to start looking on the bigger fights for him. It's time for him to start getting that money, man.
Absolutely.
They came into their enemy territory, had a whole crowd chanting, fuck you, Stevens. It was crazy. Bro, got the face off with Conor McGregor. It's time for bro to start getting the check, bro. Hey, BKFC, bro. Honestly, send that man another 50,000, bro. Send him some more money for that performance.
Yeah.
He delivered on that main event.
He delivered. He deserves it. Great to see an underdog win. And especially like underneath all the heat and all the pressure, just overall, just great to see. Like you said, I can't wait to see what they do next, like what matchups they make next. And Conor McGregor's technically faced off with a few fighters. I don't know who he's really fighting or if he will ever come back, but that is neither here nor there. I believe realistically he's out of the conversation and he probably won't fight again if I'm going to be so real. But, it is there. It is there. And I like that as shitty as what is going on around him and what he has done is really shitty. I kind of like him at the BKFC, running with it.
He definitely does a lot of good things for their fighters.
Yeah, I believe it's bringing a lot of promotion to it.
Regardless,
absolutely.
But it does not excuse the actions that the dude has made or anything he has said, especially regarding certain actions that bro's been saying on Twitter. Like, relax. Yeah. Sounds like bro might need to go back to that center.
Things he's been saying in Twitter, things he got caught for in court. I just, but at the end of the day, always, once a fighter, always a fighter. So, you gotta still recognize, that these are people, and people can be pieces of shit, but, they still play a part in the world. But yeah, it's exciting to see a lot of I'm so happy that combat sports is like back. Those 4 weeks really did me in like December, January. That was tough, but I'm happy we're back and back to fights. There's just so much going on. I'm so excited.
We gotta see what this year holds for us in combat sports. It's a lot of potential shit we might, are we gonna get Tom Aspinall versus John Jones? I don't know. We might be getting Canelo versus Crawford. That's crazy. A lot of boxing super fights might happen, a lot of UFC super fights. Hell, there's even rumors that Robbie Lawyer might be making a return into bare knuckle. Hell, who wouldn't want to fucking see that shit?
That would be really entertaining.
That would be crazy. We'll see what this year has in store. Dana White even said that there's a fight that's going to blow our minds that we're not going to see coming.
Yeah.
What the hell might that be? We'll see.
There's a lot more exciting announcements to make. Like coming in the future, so many mashups to make, it's just this evolving circle, and I love it. It's so beautiful.
Seriously, man.
Yeah, man. I think that's all we got for you guys today. I appreciate y'all dropping by, watching this.
Even if you didn't show up.
If you aren't live and you rewatching it, we really appreciate you for coming back to it. If you live, we really rock with you. Yeah, we'll talk to y'all soon. Lots more coming to the channel. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, share, all the good things. Yeah. Yep. Peace out, y'all.
Let's get out.
Peace out. Oh.